Spurs only had one shot on goal in the whole game. Dear me. What a great game it was, boys. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Fabulous game. Yeah, great game. I thought Chelsea were good value. It was a shame that it had to go to penalties. I mean, we saw it there in the highlight. Olivier Giroud should have put it to bed. He had a couple of chances in extra time there in that second half. I mean, I just can't believe they couldn't get a decent contact. You know, if you're supposed to be a World Cup winner and a top centre forward, how you don't get a contact is beyond belief.
The language surrounding Olivier Giroud and his antics during the day was quite fruity coming from the gentleman on the far side of this, Des. How it emphasised once again how key this appointment of Gonzalo Higuain is.
Emphasizes a couple of things. One, the fact that you have an actual striker out in front that you know is going to score those opportunities. If Gonzalo Higuain is taking those chances, you're thinking, more chances than not, he's going to score. It's simple as that, because that's the kind of striker he has been throughout the course of his career. And it also emphasizes the fact that Eden Hazard, playing in a wider area or underneath or in places where he can come from wherever he wants to, is a far more dangerous player. You saw it today. The first half, he was unplayable. He was down the left. He was down the right. He was down the middle. He's combining, creating opportunities for himself and for others. So it tells you very clearly that you need that striker. The striker will be in place with Higuain, and you have Hazard in his best position.
Chelsea by far the better side, though, overall.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Tottenham, not for the first time. Just when they look as though they might do something, they drop the ball. I mean, they came out in the first half, and they looked as though they didn't know what to do because they had a 1-0 lead.
Right.
And Chelsea just completely overran them. Now, they did get themselves back in the game with that Llorente goal, which made it fun to watch, as you said, because Tottenham were trying to go forward, and Chelsea obviously were as well. But the truth is, Tottenham, unlucky with injuries.
Well, yeah, that's the question, isn't it? You could go, oh, Spurs again, they're out in the semi-final, they dropped the ball right when they go. However, you take someone like Kane, Son and Ali out of any side, then surely they're going to suffer. Surely this gives them
yes, it makes it harder. But at the bottom line is what's the outcome? Whether they've got Harry Kane or no Harry Kane, or no Dele Alli or they have Dele Alli. Spurs have got themselves in a semi-final and they've dropped the ball. They're out. It sounds like Spurs all over.
They actually did enough to take it to penalties.
Yes.
So you gave yourself...
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm just saying.
Giroud.
I know, but you just said about the outcome, right? Well,
right.
The outcome of the game
Aye.
put it to penalties. So they did enough to get it to penalties. So they could have survived it to the point to where they might have given themselves an opportunity that everybody got healthy before the final, and therefore you have a chance.
Yeah.
But penalties came around, and it wasn't the case. So to that end, I said yes. Yeah. And once you get to penalties and you've weathered the storm and you've been able to make it through the 90 minutes and somehow you got yourself back, now you're in penalties, you got to find a way to make it through. You don't see you later.
Well, you look at what was highlighted tonight was the two centre forwards, Llorente and Giroud. I mean, both of them could have buried the game. I mean, Eriksen on the right-hand side on the half volley has put it absolutely on a sixpence for Llorente, and he gets his feet all wrong. He decides to go on the volley with his left peg. He had enough time to bring it down and bury it. But instead, he gets no contact on it whatsoever.
So your
it's
point
just staggering.
To your point about Higuain, he's sitting there behind the bench watching this game, and he goes, "That's the guy that I'm playing for." I mean, the bar is just so low,
right?
And so whatever Higuain does from here on out and scores a couple of goals is going to be an improvement to whatever has been, whether it's Giroud or Morata. And so at that point, you got to think, if you're Higuain, you're sitting there, man, this is wide open for me. Wide open in the sense that there's going to be opportunities for me to score. All I have to do is be the player that I have been throughout the course of my career.